To think that the beach here would devour people, the woman stepped on it. But her foot couldn't lift up. She tried pulling with her hands, but it didn't work. Her foot seemed glued to the sand. Her hand touched the sand, but her hand couldn't come out either. The woman struggled in pain, slowly sinking into the sand. Ignoring the dissuasion, her boyfriend quickly got out of the car to save her, but he stumbled and fell after running a few steps. His whole body was firmly stuck in the sand. No matter how hard he tried, he couldn't get up. The man desperately tried to lift his head. There seemed to be some force in the sand, pulling him down. Soon, the man disappeared into the sand, leaving no trace behind. Their companion tried to drive the car to rescue them. However, they forgot to turn off the car lights because they partied too hard last night. The car battery died. The car couldn't start. Everyone started panicking. Jennifer, who was in the room, walked towards the beach edge. She reached out her hand to investigate. A few white tentacles emerged from the sand, trying to reach her palm. Meanwhile, Fat Tiger woke up. He was stuffed in a bucket by his intoxicated friends last night. Everyone told him not to struggle. There was something dangerous in the sand. At first, Fat Tiger thought it was just a prank by his friends, but seeing their serious expressions, he didn't move. The group decided to wait for rescue, but the weather was getting hotter and hotter. If there was no rescue, they would soon die of heat and thirst. The tentacles in the sand began to attack the tires. Jennifer noticed something on the nearby sand dune. There are 2 black eggshells. Fat Tiger caught them on the beach last night. Jennifer ran to the room. She took out several pieces of ham and threw them to the ground. Indeed, white tentacles emerged from the sand and wrapped around the ham, devouring the ham. Another piece was thrown to a distant spot, but it was still consumed by the sand. Dubai also picked up a piece. Here, he threw it with force. No problem. This indicates that the creature in the sand has a range of attack. As long as we escape this range, we will be safe. The person in the car decided to climb onto a nearby table. He believed that the creature in the sand only attacks fleshy creatures, so he picked up a surfboard and threw it onto the sand. He jumped onto the surfboard. Everything turned out fine. He picked up the backboard, threw it in front of the first board. He moved forward bit by bit. Looking at the crowd, the little handsome man had a sense of pride. If everything goes as expected, an accident will happen soon. Almost to the table, but the surfboard slipped backwards. The little handsome man could only support the desktop with his hand. As the surfboard slipped backwards, he was getting closer and closer to the sand. Tentacles emerged from the sand, wanting to grab the little handsome man's body. Suddenly, this beach actually eats people. 1, 2. Seeing their companions being swallowed by the sand, the little handsome man was stuck in front of the table, struggling hard. He endures the intense pain. He makes a valiant leap. He reaches the desktop and picks up his backpack to look for water. A banana falls on the sand. The sand does not attack. The little handsome man picks up the banana. He tests the ground. Immediately, tentacles emerge from the sand, but they encounter the burned ground. The tentacles in the sand disappear. The little handsome man suddenly jumps down. Nothing happens. It turns out that the monster in the sand is afraid of fire. Back on the desktop, the little handsome man's wound worsens. He lies down on the desktop in pain. The monster in the sand does not give them a chance to catch their breath. It starts to attack the tires. The curly-haired girl on the car wants to go to get her phone to seek help, but everyone's phone has been put in the trunk. The curly-haired girl climbs to the back of the car. She wants to open the boot, and the other person is also grasping her hard. Insert the key. Lift up the cover, but it just happens to get stuck on her calf. It can't be opened further. The golden sister in the house brings a long pole. Let the curly-haired girl grasp it. She finally opens the boot. Just about to pick up the backpack, the monster in the sand suddenly rips off the tire, and the car sinks. The curly-haired girl slips. Her finger gets stuck in the car rear. At this moment, a car comes over. It's the Coast Guard. Everyone cries for help. They shout that there is a man-eating monster in the sand. But the police thought these people have drunk too much. Open the car door. The golden sister strives to stop it. The police get off the car, step on the sand. It's okay. He goes forward to investigate the situation. The tentacles in the sand did not attack him. Wants to get Fat Tiger out of the bucket, but Fat Tiger's 0.2-ton body, he can't move it at all. The police continue to walk in the sand. Everything is normal. He is even more confident. These people must have had a hallucination from drinking. At this moment, White noticed. It might be the police's leather shoes. That interrupted the monster's attack in the sand. Suddenly, the police lost his key. Wants to stretch out his hand to pick it up. Hand touches the sand, but can't pull it out anymore. Use another hand to pull it. Still can't pull it out, but instead he gets more and more stuck. He began to believe what everyone said, but it's too late. Tentacles emerge from the sand, wrapping him all over, slowly swallowing him up, eventually leaving only a shallow sand hole. White said just now the police walked over without anything wrong, because he was wearing thick leather shoes. He also prepared to wrap his feet, running out to look for help. He asked Little Lee in the car to throw him a blanket. Everyone also began to expect his solution. Suddenly, this beach can eat people. The man fell down but couldn't stand up again. Something seems to be suction his body. pulling him into the sand. The man gradually sank into the sand. The golden sister saw the railing on the sand and came up with an idea. If they remove all the railings next to the RV as stepping stones, they can reach the safe area. Let's get to work. Jinjie jumps onto the car. The two throw the railings onto the sand. Xiaoli takes the lead, walking across the makeshift bridge until she reaches the end of the first railing. Then she drops the second one. Finally, she reaches the table. The two on the car follow closely. Jinjie just climbs onto the table, while the girl with curly hair falls over due to a loss of balance. Quickly, the creature in the sand swallows her, leaving no trace behind. Xiaoli is panic-stricken. She picks up a blanket from the table and wraps it around her feet. She runs directly to the nearby police car. Fat Tiger is still cheering for her. The monsters in the sandy land seem to have evolved. They begin to attack Metal. Piggy's trap iron cage is broken. The monster extends its larger tentacles. They wrap around his body. The monster drags Piggy into the sand. The evolved monster starts attacking cars. Little Lee slips on the ground. She falls onto the car roof. She passes out. Night falls. Little Lee wakes up. She finds an inflatable life raft on the car. She opens the inflation valve. The life raft expands. It forms a bridge between the table and the car. Goldie and Handsome Boy on the table reach the car through the life raft. They safely get onto the car. The three of them still believe they are safe. Suddenly, a huge tentacle emerges from the sand. All the stores sell them for 35 yuan each. Goldie nearly falls over. She jumps into the car. She removes the extra fuel tank from the roof, but it is knocked over by the tentacle. She takes another one. She pours gasoline on the sand. The tentacle starts attacking again. Goldie produces a match.
Party, mother!
She comes to the car, and the monster is still attacking. The three people inside the car are scared out of their wits, but outside, there is no more noise in a while. The overwhelming shock and fatigue make them pass out. The next day, someone knocks on the window. It's the coastal rescue team. Goldie carefully steps out of the car. She realizes it's safe. But due to severe injuries, Little Shop dies in the car. In the end, only 2 people survive. Originally, Piggy found a meatball on the beach the previous night. The next day, the monster inside the meatball hatched. It secretly attacked humans by burrowing into the sand. In the end, it was destroyed by a large fire. The movie ends here. Thank you for watching, and remember to follow me.